Hi everyone, it's Rena here. Thanks for stopping in, and in today's boxes and deals I have a beautiful palette from Pat McGrath, and this was actually gifted to me from Clara Barrera, and we're actually doing a collab together to create a makeup look. It's kind of Galentine's theme, you know, just in time for Valentine's Day. Clara is such a dear friend of mine, and I've said this many times. We've done many collabs together. We love doing collabs with each other because we have such similar tastes in makeup, in scents, in foods, and everything. So things that we like are very similar. Probably the one of few things that we're actually different on is that as far as eyeshadows go, she's more into neutrals and I'm more into colorful and vivid and especially multichromes. But that's where we differ, but we love a lot of the same brands and we love gifting each other. And just as far as friendship goes, she and I can just talk about anything. We can vent or just tell jokes, or not without worrying about what any each other think or anything like that. We haven't even met each other face to face, and yet we feel like we've known each other forever. Someday soon, and I keep saying we're going to visit each other. I'm gonna go visit her in Florida, have her teach me how to make Cuban food because that's one of my absolute favorites. And she's gonna come visit me in California and do some California adventures. So we decided that we would choose 5 different shades out of this palette. This is the Pat McGrath Mothership Mega Celestial Nirvana palette. And so it is part of the Mothership line, but it's a little bit different than the regular Motherships, the numbered ones. This one is a Mega, so it has a lot more shades. It's not the same price as the regular Motherships, only because it doesn't have, I think the pans on the Mothership might be larger. I actually don't know because I don't have any of the actual Mothership palettes. I haven't gotten one of those, and I actually haven't seen them in person, to be honest. But that's one thing. Plus, another thing is that a lot of the Motherships, if not all of them, have at least one multichrome or duochrome. This does not. So it's mostly mattes and a few shimmers. Well, I guess it's about half and half. Yeah, it actually is. It's half and half, mattes and shimmers. There is one that has kind of a duochrome shifty sparkle. It's kind of a glitter, but I wouldn't call that a duochrome. It's just the shimmers, the glitters, that it's a very fine glitter, and those kind of shift different colors. But otherwise, these are all metallics, shimmers, and mattes. They are gorgeous though. So I was having a hard time deciding what I would create, what shades I would use to create my look. And we were talking and we decided to choose 5 shades for each other and surprise each other. And it didn't matter if any of them were the same or different. We could challenge each other. So the funny thing was we kind of had the same mindset, and I chose 5 for her that would kind of be a combination of shades that I know she would like, as well as shades that I love and think would be a little bit more of a challenge for her. Not necessarily, but sort of. I almost chose this teal because it's my favorite. And the funny thing is, she actually did choose that one for me because she did the same thing. She chose some of her favorites and some shades that she thought I would love. And she was right. So you'll have to go watch her video to see which 5 shades I chose for her and see the gorgeous look that she created. The shades that she chose for me, I almost chose this one for her, I should have. But the ones that she chose for me, so I'm going to read you the names because those are all on the back. So she chose this chocolate brown right here, and that is called Nightfall. And then she chose this, and that's a matte, and this is a matte taupe or beige, and that is called Desert Divinity. And then she chose this shade right here. It's kind of a pinky champagne shimmer. That is called Eternal Amour. And then she chose the teal for me because she knew that would be my favorite. And that is called Aquarian Dream. And she chose this pretty pink right here. And it is a matte, and that is called Venusian Peony, as in the flower. So 2 neutrals. That could be a neutral as well, and then 2 colorful ones. So you'll have to go again, see which shades I chose for her and how many of them were the same or different. I haven't really planned out how I'm gonna do the look yet, so we're just kind of gonna go with it and see what happens. So I'm gonna start with the kind of beige taupe color. In person, it actually looks like a milk chocolate, and the deeper brown looks like a darker chocolate, but in the camera, everything appears a little bit lighter with my lighting. So the medium brown, I'm going to use, now these are very pigmented. You definitely want to go light when you pick it up because you can definitely build it up. These are the most blendable. Yes, they're expensive, but this is one of those brands that's more about the expense because of quality rather than the expense due to hype, if you know what I mean. I know some people have different opinions, but I've tried a couple different Pat McGrath formulas, thanks to Clara. And everything I've tried has been amazing, and it's amazing how blendable and smooth and easy to apply they are, and pigmented, all of that. Buttery, the mattes are just like silk. The shimmers you can apply with a brush or your finger, so they're amazing. So I'm going to take that neutral, the lighter brown of course, and look at that, just a touch. I tapped some of that off too. Like I said, it's very buildable, and instead of having to go in more than once, that is plenty for me for what I'm doing. You can build it up, but I don't need to do that. So then with what's left on the brush, I'm just going to bring that up into the brow bone. So I can blend, blend, blend. Look how blendable it is. That's amazing. It just blends seamlessly. Amazing. I'm going to do the other side, probably skip ahead and do the next shade. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the deeper brown. That was called Nightfall. Again, the lighter brown was, I think, Desert Divinity or something like that. So I'm going to go with the same brush because it's just a deeper brown. So deepening it up, and I'm going to use that on the outer corners. And I just barely tapped into the brown. So I have such small outer lids. I have almond shape and hooded eyes, and such small outer portion right here that I just kind of do a little bit of rounded, and this is the perfect brush for that. I love these brushes. These are Milk Cosmetics. If they still have any available, I got them on clearance, this as well. And I think that was that a Black Friday deal? I might have grabbed it. I don't even remember now. So that just blended right into the lighter brown. Now, if you are more into neutrals, you could totally take these 2 shades Add a little bit, if you like shimmers, add a little bit of one of these champagne colors. There's at least 4 to choose from. A pinky champagne, a light champagne, a golden, a deeper gold, and then the glittery gold. And just touch that on the main lid and you're done. All right, let's see. So I think I'm gonna do the Aquarian Dream. Is that what it was called? Let me look. Aquarian, yes it was. Aquarian Dream. That beautiful teal. And I'm gonna put that on the main part of my lid. So I'm gonna use a flat brush for that. And we'll see if we need to use my finger to intensify it or how this does by itself. Now, once again, this is a shimmer. Beautiful. I thought about using the pink under the blue and making it kind of blend into a purple color, but I really love this blue and how it looks, so I wanted to do it by itself. Look how gorgeous that is. It almost has, I don't know if you can see that, but it looks teal and then it almost has a kind of a purpley blue, kind of a periwinkle shift or sheen to it, I guess. Not really a shift, but that sheen comes through. It's gorgeous. But yes, I'm gonna just for the sake of intensity, I'm gonna add a little bit with my finger right in the middle. Just like that. We're gonna blend a little bit more of the brown onto the outer edge here to just blend them together. All right, I've been trying to think how I wanted to do the pink, and I think I'm going to do the peony, the Venusian peony, that kind of bright pink. That would also make a gorgeous blush, by the way. There's shades in here that you can use for bronzer, highlight, even the blue highlight or gold. There's several you could use for highlighter, and blush, even fun colored blush if you wish. A deeper one too, like a deep burgundy. So it's very versatile palette. So I'm going to take the pink and use it under the lower lash line. And then I'm also going to bring a fun pop color right in the inner corner and blend it into the blue to give it that touch of purple to blend them. I like how the pink blends into the brown pretty well also. Then last we have our pink shimmer. What was that one called? That was Eternal Amour. And that's perfect for Valentine's. All right, I'm going to take the same one that I used for the peony, and we're going to put an extra pop of shimmer right over that pink on the inner corner. I'm going to actually use my pinky finger to give it a little more intensity. And then we're also going to take that for the brow bone and kind of blend that in right up here. They blended so beautifully together. All right, so I'm gonna add some mascara. I had already pre-done the rest of my face. So all that's left is mascara and lipstick, and I will be right back. All right, here is the finished look, and I actually used a Pat McGrath mascara that I've had on hand and just hadn't opened yet. So I like it pretty well. I wouldn't say it's my favorite mascara ever, but it works pretty well, I think. And it did seem to lengthen my eyelashes a little bit. I didn't feel like it added a whole lot of volume, but so I think that was pretty good. The lipstick I used also is from Clara, and this is also Pat McGrath, and I think it's gorgeous. This is Flesh Vitale. I love the packaging, and that is the shade. And I feel like it has that shimmer all the way through, not just the coating like a lot of lipsticks do. So what's fun about it is it doesn't look too glittery to me. It just looks like a very shiny lipstick. But I love when I apply it, because that shimmer and glitter is all the way through, it actually is exfoliating. So it feels like a lip exfoliator and lipstick in one. Plus it's moisturizing, so your lip balm as well. 3 in 1. I think it's a gorgeous color. So there is the Pat McGrath Celestial Nirvana, the Mega palette. Once again, thank you so much to my dear friend, my Galentine. By the way, I actually, when I chose Clara's shades, I did have a theme in mind. Since I figured we would be posting these close to Valentine's, I called her theme, the 5 colors that I chose, Galentines. So there's your little hint of what shades I may have chosen. See if you can guess before you go and watch hers. If you've already watched hers, what do you think? Do you think her look looks kind of Galentines themed? Which 5 shades would you wear? Would you wear either or would you stay away from color and go more neutral? Would you wear the shades that I chose for her? And let us know your thoughts. And I will leave Clara's link in the description below. If you are joining me from Clara's channel, thank you so much for joining. And I do hope you consider some of my content in the future as well. You would definitely want to subscribe to Clara if you haven't already as well. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!